We've told them that we want two psychs every 2 weeks because we've got around 60 booked appointments in the pipeline and we'd have no one to see them. My name is Hank Perkins and I work for Therapy which is an allied health company. We deal both in the NDIS space and normal everyday Aussies.
And what was the problem you had originally that made you want to reach out?
Well, originally the company didn't have any digital footprint. We just simply relied on word of mouth referrals. And because all the practitioners in the company are doing a really good job, we didn't really feel like we needed to advertise or have a digital footprint. And then we sort of entered a growth phase, and yeah, we needed to start generating appointments, both mobile and telehealth.
Very cool. And before you ended up buying, if you had any, what were your hesitations and what was it that got you over the line in the end?
My hesitations were obviously, look, it just sounds too good to be true, right?
Mm,
That's like probably the just how Australians are. We kind of just think that everything's just not going to be that easy. And
yeah.
probably what got me over the line was just how straight up Brandon was. Like, I think he was like I just guessed the amount of ad spend that he was spending, and he's probably not working for some Mexican cartel throwing money at the ad spend. So he must be doing so well that the proof is in the pudding. So I was like, I've got to give this guy a shot.
So, in the time you've been in the program, what has changed? What results have you got? Any cool stats and numbers you want to riff off?
Since joining the program, we knew that we could scale the psychology side of the allied health business, whereas our OTs and our physios are more mobile, so it's a bit harder to scale quickly. So we thought
Mm.
that if we're going to give this a good start, the basically trying to generate online psychology appointments is where we should start. It was at the start, it was pretty daunting. You know, you're just hoping for results. You're hoping that everything is going to work out. And then you just get to that tipping point and things just start clicking, you start lining up. And because you guys have so many advisory calls for, say, the landing page aspect, the Google ads, and you can choose so many different members of where you get different sort of perspectives on what works, or this or that. And I think if you just take the good of everyone, because everyone's got good input, and just apply that and just do what you guys say, I think yeah, the results speak for themselves. So we turned off our psychology ad, our Google ad campaign, just because we don't have the psychologists to meet the demand of the appointments, which is yeah, we have a full-time recruiter looking, and
Mm.
we've told them that we want two psychs every 2 weeks for as long as you can do, because we've got around 60 booked appointments in the pipeline and we'd have no one to see them.
Oh, wow. Like at all times.
Yeah, so the good thing is we've hired one today, but we need to hire another one before Friday. Otherwise, the people that have booked with us are going to have to be delayed yet again. So
Wow, that's crazy. That's so
yeah,
cool. The fact that like it's like you come with a lead generation problem and then suddenly you end up moving into a serviceability problem. That's like such a canon progress for every single member. It's a good problem to have, I guess.
it is. It's crazy to think that it's not lead generation, it's not systems processes, it's not everything, all the admin side. It's we can't get enough staff to service the
Mm.
needs that we get.
I'm just looking at your I just wanted to look at your win post. I was just looking at the campaign stats. You're getting a $5.23 cost per conversion.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Is that, wait, 320 conversions at $5.23, 17% click-through rate, 29% conversion rate.
Yeah.
That's insanely good. Do you know how good that is?
I don't, yeah, I've got a feeling, just being on all the advisory calls and stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, we're doing something good. So we
You're
just,
doing
again,
something right.
we just can't get enough staff, like literally two staff every 2 weeks, because we need one
Yeah.
week buffer period to fill up their calendar and make sure that the drop-off rate and everything like that is all fine. We just take into consideration a normal, say, 20 to 30% drop-off
Hmm.
rate, but have a buffer there. So yeah, no, it's going well. So Yeah.
In the things that have changed and the results that you've had, what has that changed for you personally or professionally?
Professionally, it's made me more stressed because we need to find more staff ASAP because my phone doesn't stop blowing up with when can I get in next? When can we get in next? That's
Hmm.
a huge problem. And we can't give the people who want to book an appointment that answer. We can't say that we're booked out.
Out of everything to do with the workshop, the program, the support, like all the inclusions and stuff, what's been the one or two things that you found the most useful or been the most valuable for you?
Look, I think for the everyday like business owner, it is overwhelming jumping on Meta. It is overwhelming jumping on Google Ads campaign. And I
Hmm.
think that there's a lot of distractions and that there's a lot of dopamine hits that you can easily, if you're not sort of, you're unaware of, you'll just do thinking you're doing the right thing. But
Yeah.
where you're able to sort of just straight line it, cut the stuff that you didn't need, and then just focus on what was going to give the biggest uplift. That's probably the biggest thing, to be honest.
Mm. Yeah, it's like the horse blinkers.
Yeah, yeah. 100%. That's it.
And the last one was just if anyone was unsure about booking a call or if they were on the fence, what would you say to them?
Look, straight up, if you've hired an agency and they promised you the world and you're not seeing the world and they're making up excuses, I think the only right thing to do is to try another alternative, you know? It's got to be something that you can control. And as a business owner, most people want that control. And if you've tried and tested an agency, they're doing great, well, perfect, stay with them and you're happy with that outcome. But generally speaking, like I think that you'd do a better job if you just tried.